Konnichiwa. ¿Qué está pasando, mi gente? Today, we're here with the CarProduce AKR 180SX, and we're going to be doing a build breakdown. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and talk about the exterior later on at the end, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with the engine bay. Aye. Old crusty 1994 car, man. God. We have a 1994 180SX KRPS 13. Got the full Apexi kit, which came with the turbine. It came with the D-Jetro, the filter, intercooler piping, the Power FC, everything. Pretty much everything Apexi. Which that was like an early 2000s upgrade. I don't know what happened, but this car was fully modified and tuned in Hiroshima, Japan. I don't really know too much details about it, but yeah, we can go ahead and move on. We got the Trust Greddy oil filter, no, not oil filter, but the oil cooler. And then we got the oil filter relocation right here. Of course, paired with a Greddy oil filter. And we'll go ahead and move on to the interior, because I'll talk about the wheels and everything else once I speak about the whole kit. But we got a pretty much basic setup inside. We got a full bolt-in roll cage. I don't know. God damn it. 2, 3, action. All right, so we're gonna start with the interior after the engine bay and whatnot. I'll talk about the wheels, the knuckles and everything after everything.
Excuse me, what?
So inside, it's pretty basic setup. We have a full bolt-in roll cage, stock handbrake. We got the full Greddy gauges. So we got turbo gauge, we got oil temp, we got water temp, we got oil pressure, and then exhaust temp. And then we got the Power FC controller. And then other than that, we got the Nismo tachometer cluster. We got a Bride Zeta II, I believe. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the wheels. The wheels are the raised Gramlights 57 Extremes, 18 by 9.5 plus 12 all the way around. The kit is produced by CarProduce AKR. He's based out of Hiroshima, Japan. As far as steering wise, we are running S13 lower control arms that my boy Eric had done back in 2012, I believe, when I first started. And then the knuckles are also done by a local guy named Steve. Drives the Black FC with the LS in it. So they were done. I'm running DMAX inner and outers. And then I'm running unknown brand tension rods. I'm not sure which one it is. But then we'll go ahead and go to the back. Same setup. But up front, we're running a 235/40 18. And in the rear, we're running a 265/35 18, pretty common size to be ran in Japan. I recently swapped everything with Project Mu. So I got Project Mu rotors, pads, and inner shoes, all D1 spec for the ultimate braking performance and hand brake performance. Yeah, we're wrapped in DMAX D1 spec coilovers, so they're 8 and 6, 32-way adjustable. Since this car was a KRPS 13, you can see right here in the data plate, K, means that this car came with a hiker system, so it had the 4-wheel steering. So if you can see in the power steering pump, there's a line that I closed off because it was feeding power steering into the back wheels. I swapped subframe with my homeboy that came from Okinawa, Japan, and now everything's deleted, so it's like normal, no hikers. So we're running full adjustable arms. I'm not sure which brand they are, but they're fully adjustable lower control arm. Other than that, we're running R33 GTST, the ECR33 brake setup. So bigger rotors. Unlike the Z32, they're a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. The reason for that is because the guy that tuned it, he had set up the brake bias a little bit different because this car was mainly for toge and circuit. So in the back, we are paired with Koki lights. I didn't like the normal 240SX lights or the 180SX lights, so to say. So I went ahead and picked up a pair of 180SX lights from Yahoo Auctions. To pair that up, we got a URAS drag wing. from my boy in Okinawa. He sent that to me when I was in Iwakuni. And then we went ahead and put the, I think this is the Origin roof wing, if I'm not mistaken. The kit, the 75 millimeter wide kit, so front and rear. Let's see if you can see these curves. These are different. Very nice curves, I love it. The style that he's trying to achieve is a GT style. If you've seen the GT cars over there in Japan, they're absolutely wide, insanely crazy. All right, so the front, like I said, they're 75 millimeter all the way around. So way more than your average Origin Lab or your average DMAX setup. This is 75 millimeter. Like I said before, he's trying to achieve that GT style, that super GT style, with all these curvatures and whatnot, which is absolutely insane. Other than that, like I said, we're paired up with the 18 by 9.5 plus 12s. This is a pretty basic setup. You know, everything's pretty budget-wise. The steering setup was from like 2012, so nothing has been upgraded since my dad sent it to me and I swapped it over. But I mean, other than that, it's a pretty basic mounted 180SX, nothing crazy. Other than that, I mean, what can I say? This is the CarProduce AKR 180SX.